I've been dreaming of moving away my entire life. College is the first step in that direction, but I'm afraid despite my best efforts, I'll be right back home in a year.
Hey, come on
Are
in.
you recording right
Yes,
now?
don't worry about it. Just be calm. Okay, what you're gonna do is pick one, read it, react, respond. Give your advice.
Oh, I can
Pick
pick
one?
it?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
All right, my first experience with drinking alcohol is my last because it looks good, but what if it isn't? It's not. It's never going to be good.
It's not. I'm just gonna tell you now. I'm not saying I'm alcoholic, but it'll be them times where you're just like, this tastes better than water right now.
I don't want to sit here and try to promote underage drinking, but it happens. But yeah, alcohol is not meant to taste good. That's just a thing. Personal experience, someone who was over 21, someone who was, you know, of age, I just kind of navigated in a sense of like mixers and what I'm gonna mix it with and things like that. I just feel like I can't give real advice on this one. Like,
It could be from like a big sister perspective. I want it to be honest.
Okay, well, if we're gonna do it, like, just know, don't mix brown and clear. An experiment. I just feel like with alcohol and just really anything in general in college, you just have to experiment and figure out what you like, because you've never been in a situation where you're able to freely try alcohol, or you're able to come in, you know, home at 4 a.m. and do things like that. So experiment, but within moderation. And this is the time when you are going to realize your limits. When you're going to figure out, you know, hey, maybe I shouldn't do 16 shots of tequila before we go out. So, you know, that's kind of my advice on it. But with alcohol, you either are going to want to drink or you're either not going to want to drink. And at the end of the day, it's never really going to taste good. I mean, there are some flavored alcohols that are okay, but it's not meant for you to just be like, oh, this is awesome, you know.
Don't drink because you pressure too, and don't drink if you under 21. That's the rule, okay? So you shouldn't even be thinking about drinking right now, honey. You need to be thinking about getting the books, getting the supplies, and getting yourself mentally prepared.
I fear that I made a mistake choosing a PWI over HBCU. No.
Well, my opinion, HBCU is the way to go. You know. But everybody's different. Usually, but when black people go to a PWI, they sometimes surround themselves with the black people. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes, I mean, you just hang with who you hang with. You have fun with who you have fun with. It's good to have different, like, groups of friends. Like, you have your turn-up group. You can have your studying group.
Go based off your first year. If you really don't feel the vibe your first year, then you can make that decision whether you want to transfer or not. It's all about the college experience that you make.
Everyone will be fake and never tell you that they actually can't stand you. I mean,
That's a lie. I tell you I don't like you.
kind of true. I mean, well, I feel like that's a little different because, well, I went to women's college, so the vibe is a little bit different than going to a co-ed college. So I felt like my experience for this particular advice is not as true because everyone was pretty upfront. Everyone was very like apparent, like who liked who and who didn't like who. However, there definitely are people, especially freshman year, August, you know, first semester freshman year, those are going to be the friends that you'll never see again sometimes because, like, you know, you just kind of like cling to people and you just kind of find a group and then you find out that's not your real group of friends and then you move on. So that's kind of true. It kind of rings true a little bit, but you can easily weed out who's going to be your friend for a long time and who's just a class buddy or who you just kind of are going to stay away from.
You're going to come across a lot of fake people. You're going to come across a lot of people who just want to be your friend to use whatever you got. Ooh, this is a big one. You really going to come across a lot of people who try to put on a facade or like a fake version of themselves because they want to be something in college that they not. You're going to come across that a lot. But you'll know. You know when people fake and when they for real.
I'm afraid of failing classes no matter what I do, and I'm afraid that I won't get into grad school. And I think that I'm mostly afraid that I'm not sure if I'm doing the thing that will make me happy for the rest of my career. And I'm going to be stuck in it because of the time I'm about to put into it.
All right, this is something I had to learn, especially after failing my first class. You really need to understand that like failing classes is actually helpful to you because you end up learning a lot about yourself, and you end up learning that failing this class is actually pushing you to do something greater with what you want to do. When it comes to getting to grad school, again, like someone once told me, you really just have to take things one step at a time. Like if you're constantly trying to like think about, oh, this and that, you're really just digging a hole for yourself because you're trying to take steps that you're not even close to happening.
Well, I feel like freshman year of college is freshman year and sophomore year is your time to like figure everything out and to see exactly where you want to be. I've had friends who didn't declare their major until the second semester of sophomore year, had no clue what they wanted to do, but took those first 2 years to kind of like feel around and see exactly what's going on. That's what's really good about general education classes, even though everyone hates them and they feel like they should be able to jump right into their major. A lot of general education classes help you figure out exactly like, oh, I'm actually into religious studies classes. Oh, I actually do like women's studies. So it gives you kind of like just a snapshot of the entire college. If you go to a liberal arts college, for me personally, I went in already knowing I wanted to major, pre-law political science, but I double minored in history and women's studies, which I never thought that I would do, and now I'm just in love with both those minors.
Last part, I guess, when it comes to being stuck in the career, I'm just gonna say that if that's your fear, you need to like go ahead and try to delve into classes in college that you're kind of interested in or kind of like attract you, because the only way that you will know the path that you're going is not right, you need to actually delve into classes that you're interested in. That's how you figure out, oh, I like this or I like this. And if it's not classes, internship or research or something. It sounds silly, but I'm scared of growing up. I've been so emotional lately thinking about this next stage in my life. Everyone around me is making big moves and mine is going to college. It's scary, but it's beautiful. Well, there you go. You said it yourself. It's scary, but it's beautiful.
That's anything new, honestly.
Going to school, going to college is not anything different than, I guess, starting a new business or starting whatever you want to do. Growing up, that's inevitable. Everybody's going to grow up. There's some good and there's some bad to growing up, but really just enjoy it and just understand that every experience you have is building you to be the best person, like the best version of you.
High school is set classes, set things every day. You're gonna probably get into college and you're gonna be like, this is way better than high school. High school sucked. It's scary but new, honestly. Every semester is fun. There's a whole new life. It's nothing to be scared of. I mean, what to expect is the most freedom you've ever had. And learning can actually kind of be fun. And doing what you like to do can kind of be fun. I mean, it's a very big social experience, and you'll love it. Never met a person that didn't like college. The classes are the same, they all suck, but the social aspect of college is amazing.
High school really ain't helped me either, to be honest. It didn't really help me when it came to college. Like, advice helped better. The classes are different. The assignments, in my opinion, are less. And all you gotta do is time management and you'll be good. You'll be Gucci for it. My biggest fear is struggling to balance sports and school, making sure I do good, and being on my own for the first time. I don't want to fail anything. I wouldn't have that kind of mindset. Go with an open mind. Don't pressure yourself into failing anything. I was an athlete. Really, it's just time management, to be honest. If you manage everything, if you like write things down, have certain stuff set for each day, you should be good. Now, you do be tired. You're gonna take a lot of naps, but don't focus on failing. Focus on exceeding.
I've been dreaming of moving away my entire life. College is the first step in that direction, but I'm afraid despite my best efforts, I'll be right back home in a year.
Well, this one applies to me so well.
That's understandable. Things happen, things change. College isn't for everybody, but as long as you know you did your best and you put in all that you could do, then it doesn't matter where you end up as long as you end up somewhere successful.
So I grew up in an African home, and this was my dream. Like, I wanted to leave college. I wanted to leave home entirely and like not come back and whatnot. And yes, you're going to be homesick, but at the same time, you're really going to learn to love college for what it is. For me personally, how I like got over that fear of like, oh, I'm going to always be back home. I just gained a lot of connections. I learned people. I understood backgrounds of people. I got into different organizations, club. By that time, you're just so busy, you don't even think about home.
As someone coming in from out of state, I'm worried that people with high school friends will stick with the high school friends. And I'll have a much harder time making friends. You're not going to have trouble making friends. Everybody got somebody they're going to run into. Always.
Oh, the first week, they's gonna run into
First
somebody?
week. So the first day move-in is usually one of the biggest parties. So go to that party with your roommate.
One fear I have going to college is maintaining my grades and exceeding in school. I do not want procrastination, laziness, or lack of motivation to interfere with me obtaining my degree. Wow. The biggest thing I would say, and it's with anything like that, I think if you know what you're going to school for and you have a passion for what you like to do, it will never lead you down the wrong path. That's what you have to do every day. Wake up is be true to yourself, know who you are, know what you really want to do. And if you don't, dig deep. You'll find out what you really want to do, and college is a great way of helping you figure that out.
Oh my God. This first one. Hold on. I'm afraid of getting STDs and that I'll have sex with the wrong person.
If you want to respond to that one, it's fine.
So, I'm afraid too. Girl, I would just say wrap it up. Be safe. If you hear about him, don't pursue him. Like if he has a name for himself and it's not a good one, don't pursue him. And don't feel pressured to do it either. Like you don't have to have sex. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. Do what is best for you. Okay.
Am I allowed to curse on this channel?
Go ahead.
So, what I always tell Zion Walker, if you probably have sex before marriage, you're probably going to find a fuck nigga and he's going to be the wrong person. It's going to happen. It is inevitable. Sorry to break the news to you. It's going to happen. I'm afraid of getting STDs. Yeah, use protection, kid.